So we shall discuss crystal systems in today's session. Actually, in previous session we had discussed the unit cells. So these unit cells are of basically two categories: primitive unit cell and centered unit cell. And in centered unit cell again three are there. So altogether four types of unit cells are there. And in a similar way, crystal systems, basic crystal systems are there. The basic crystal systems are of 7 types. So if anyone asks you how many crystal systems are there, you must answer there are 7 crystal systems. So these 7 crystal systems, let's try to write down here. I'll make a chart over here. So name of the crystal system. Here we should take this serial number. And here edge length. And here we shall take the interfacial angles. And here we shall take the number of Bravais lattices and number of possible arrangements. Arrangements, or we can take it as a unit cells also. So basically there are 7 basic crystal systems. First one is, I will give a shortcut name here. Very simple to remember. C T O R H M T. So name is CT or HMT. These are 7 basic crystal systems: second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, and seventh. Let's try to write down their name. C stands for cubic. Cubic means actually it is simple cubic. T stands for tetragonal. O stands for orthorhombic. R stands for rhombohedral. H stands for hexagonal. M stands for monoclinic. T stands for triclinic. So these are the 7 basic crystal systems. We must remember these basic crystal systems because there must be one question based around these crystal systems, and there is a confusion among the students about these two T. See here clinics are there, no? So both the clinics comes at this side by side, so that there is no confusion. This is tetragonal, this is triclinic. And what are the edge lengths in the cubic? Edge lengths actually we have discussed A, B, C. Interfacial angles means alpha, beta, and gamma. So after discussing this edge lengths and interfacial angle, then you can understand this clearly about these 7 basic crystal systems. In the case of the cubic, tetragonal, and orthorhombic, see how to remember these edge lengths. Cubic A equals to B equals to C means A edge length is equals to B, where B edge length is equals to C. In the case of the tetragonal, A equals to B not equals to C. And orthorhombic, A not equals to B not equals to C means every time you have to start here all are equal, and when you go from here to here you make this from right hand side, you start making them not equal. So here one is not equal, here both are not equal. When it comes to the rhombohedral, again A equals to B equals to C means the same set we will repeat here. So hexagonal, again A equals to B not equals to C. Monoclinic, A not equals to B not equals to C. Regarding triclinic, we shall discuss at the end. Okay. Again, interfacial angles. Interfacial angles, first 3 are having the same type of interfacial angles. Alpha equals to beta equals to gamma equals to 90 degrees. Like this. Alpha equals to beta equals to gamma equals to 90 degrees. Again, here also alpha equals to beta equals to gamma equals to 90 degrees. So yesterday we discussed what is alpha, what is beta, what is gamma. Gamma means the angle between the A and B, and beta means angle between the B and C. Alpha means angle between the A and C. Yesterday we discussed it. Please refer that video. And rhombohedral here, alpha equals to beta equals to gamma, but these are all not equals to 90 degrees. Means these angles are same, but none of these angles equals to 90 degrees. And in the case of the hexagonal, alpha equals to beta equals to 90 degrees, whereas gamma equals to 120 degrees. Hexagon means 120 degrees. One angle must be 120 degrees. And in the case of the monoclinic, alpha equals to gamma equals to 90 degrees, where beta not equals to 90 degrees. Now come to the triclinic. So in the case of the triclinic, all angles and edge lengths are not equals to one another. Means here A not equals to B not equals to C, and alpha not equals to beta not equals to gamma not equals to 90 degrees. None of these angles are equals to 90 degrees. At the same time, they are not also equal to each other. Okay, so this is about the interfacial angles. Then, among all these crystal systems, the most symmetrical crystal system is cubic. See, all these edge lengths are equals to one another, and interfacial angles also equals to one another. At the same time, these interfacial angles are equals to 90 degrees. And the most unsymmetrical crystal system is triclinic here. And none of these edge lengths are equals to each other. At the same time, these interfacial angles are also not equals to each other. So now let's come to the how many possible arrangements are there. Means these 7 basic crystal systems again will have these 4 unit cells only. Whatever the number of crystal systems it may be, but the basic unit cells are only 4. And in these 4 unit cells, based on the interfacial angles and the edge lengths, these unit cells are again being classified into 7 basic crystal systems. So these are the 7 basic crystal systems. In these 7 basic crystal systems, here number of unit cells possible are here 2 cubic unit cells, 3 to 4, 1, 2, 1. Just to sum all these values, we will get the number 14. 3 plus 2, 5 plus 4, 9, 10, 11, 12 plus 2, 14. So these 14 number of possible arrangements are the lattices are called as the Bravais lattices. So what are these 14 and why again we are using the 14? Let us try to see. So here 2 possible arrangements are there in the cubic. They are simple cubic crystal system with this particular angles and edge lengths. 2 unit cells are possible. They are simple cubic and body center. And here 3 crystal systems are possible. They are simple cubic or primitive. It is possible in all. Simple cubic I am writing, you can call it as a primitive unit cell. So simple cubic is always possible in all these crystal systems. Wherever 1 is there, only simple cubic is possible. Wherever 4 are there, simple cubic, BCC, FCC and end-centered unit cell. All these 4 unit cells are possible. Means with these edge lengths and interfacial angles, we can be able to arrange those 4 crystal systems. And with these edge lengths and interfacial angles, we are able to arrange only 2 crystal unit cells. They are simple cubic and BCC. FCC not possible to arrange with this interfacial angles. And in this case, FCC and end-centered is possible. And in the rhombohedral, only 1 unit cell is possible. Hexagonal also only 1. Monoclinic 2 are there. Those are simple cubic and end-centered. And in triclinic, only 1 unit cell is possible. So altogether, 14 type of arrangements are possible in the by using the 7 basic crystal systems. These 14 type of arrangements are known as the Bravais lattices. So here I will write down the basic information. Number of unit cells are equals to 4. Number of crystal systems equals to 7. Number of Bravais lattices is equals to 14. Just to remember the number, at the same time, these values I said no, how to remember? CTR HMT, name and edge lengths and interfacial angles. So you need to remember these values. You may remember or you may not remember, but this is the important one to remember because questions are there based on these edge lengths and interfacial angles. Now let's try to know the analysis of the crystal systems or unit cells. This is cubic unit cells. Analysis of cubic unit cells. So initially let us take the simple cubic unit cell. Today we shall discuss only simple cubic unit cell and tomorrow we shall discuss rest of the unit cells analysis also. So simple cubic unit cell, basically I will try to draw the diagram here. Yesterday we have drawn anyhow. We shall draw it once again. This is a simple cubic unit cell. So in this simple cubic unit cell, the definition of simple cubic unit cell is each corner is occupied by one constant particle. Like this. So here, yesterday only we discussed about this one, how to means number of constant particles here, number of constituent particles. Particles or these are also called lattice positions. How many are there? 8 are there. Particles are 8, but each particle contribution towards a particular cube is different. That is Z effective number. So we shall discuss the second one, Z effective number of this unit cell. So there are 8 constant particles are there. Each particle is contributing only 1/8 part towards the unit cell. So Z effective number is only 1. Next one is coordination number. This is also known as CN, means coordination number. Coordination number basically says about the number of nearest neighbors. It means number of nearest neighbors. Means how many number of atoms are close to a particular atom. See, I am considering this particular constant particle. Now, to this constant particle, how many atoms are very close to this particular constant particle? Let us try to see here. Let us imagine edge length. The length of the edge is taken as A. So, from this particular constant particle to this particular constant particle, edge length is A. So, this side also edge length is A and this side also edge length is A. But this particular particle is not so close to this one. Why? Because this is not the edge, this is the face diagonal. Face diagonal value we know root 2A. Root 2 value 1.414. So it is more than this value edge length. So this is not the immediate neighbor to this particular particle, but this one and this one are very nearest neighbors to this particular constant particle. So when you consider from a single cube, so to this particular constant particle, how many nearest neighbors are there? First nearest neighbors 1, 2, 3 are there. But a single unit cell we cannot consider in crystal system, because crystal system always or crystal is developed by a combination of many unit cells. So if we take one more like this, so here one more shall be there. So its edge length is again A. So here 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 are there that are connected nearest neighbor to the this particular unit cell. And if you take one more from the front face, here you will get one more. This is the bottom one. Similarly, top also you will get one more. So totally this particular unit cell is in touch with how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 unit cell, means 6 atoms are in touch with this particular unit cell. Hence number of nearest neighbors means coordination number in the simple cubic is equals to 8. But actually questions are not only asked from the number of nearest neighbors, they may ask the number of second nearest neighbors. Second nearest neighbors means, so this is the first nearest neighbor. Second nearest neighbor means the one that is connected to the first nearest neighbor. Means this is the particle that is connected to the first nearest neighbor, not to the particle, this particle. To this particle, this is the first nearest neighbor and this is the second nearest neighbor. Okay. So second nearest neighbors, if you develop like this, you will get 12. So second nearest neighbors are equals to 12. Again, third nearest neighbors, if you calculate, that you will get 6. So in this way we can calculate, we can count the nearest neighbors or the coordination number. Now let us see the edge length and radius or distance. We can say it as a distance and a radius. So when it comes to the distance and the radius, particularly in the case of the simple cubic, yesterday we developed, the particles are like this. So these 4 particles are nothing but the particles of 1, 2, 3, 4. So top 4 particles and down 4 particles also we have to draw now. So down 4 particles, if we draw it, now let us try to connect these centers. Yesterday we have discussed that one. Again, let us see in the centers. Now connect these corners, we get the cubical structure. Means if you select only this particular edge, 2 particles are in touch with each other. If you take this particular edge, these 2 particles are in touch with each other. Again, if you select this edge, these 2 side particles are in touch with each other. Again, if you select this edge, these 2 side particles are in touch with each other. So in the simple cubic, only side particles are in touch with each other, but opposite particles are not in touch with each other. So if we take this edge length as A and the radius of this each sphere is R, and here the radius is R, and total edge length A is equals to R plus R. So we get the A equals to 2R. This is the distance. A is called as the distance here or edge length. Distance or edge length. Okay. And if you want to calculate the radius equals to A by 2. Means edge length by 2. Half of the edge length is called as the radius of the each particle.